Let's check over here. What we have here is failure to communicate. Yo,
What's up?
what's happening?
Good evening. All is well in the Shire.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas. Merry past Christmas.
Well, still our Christmas special.
It is.
I got to show the world, Hold on here. Hold on. Oh. There we go.
Uh-oh. You got me.
Yeah. Here we go. Merry Christmas, Black and White Sports. The one, the ass, hanging out in the Shire, as the one said.
Yes.
Welcome.
We are here. Welcome. We are in our home turf tonight. The bar, the tavern, the Stadium Tavern has has closed doors this evening, giving its employees some family time.
Excuse me. And I am on vacation right now, and I am feeling very little pain.
Well, that is good. I am not on vacation. I will be at work at 4 a.m. in the morning. So my co-workers, don't worry.
It's all right.
The one will be there.
He will be there
in all his forklift glory.
It's kind of scary, folks. I don't know, man. I don't know.
So we got something new going on today. Yeah. We are doing a split screen.
Yeah.
A split screen live broadcast.
A split screen.
Yes. I have an adult beverage myself. So we are doing a duo cast. We are on our YouTube channel as well as the Facebook Live channel for Black and White Sports.
Yes, we are. And this is awesome. It's going to keep me busy. Got to keep me on my toes.
Keep you on your toes, clicking back and forth.
Yep.
Yes. So with us not being in the bar tonight, we are in the and we're doing a bowl special tonight.
We're bowling, folks.
We're bowling. So we're going to do a whole show going for the ridiculous amount of bowls that we got going on, leading to our semifinal bowls and New Year's Day bowls and all that kind of stuff. And
who's on my hat, Damon?
You have I don't even have to look. I'm pretty sure it's a little funny man with a beard. A little funny man with a beard. With a pot of good. You give me Lucky Charms. So we have the wife has joined us. Sean has joined us.
Mama has joined us.
Miss
Tammy's
Tammy
on there.
Yeah,
thank you. So
yeah.
Let's go bowling, Damon.
Let's go bowling. So let's do a recap real quick of some bowls that have already started, since bowls start like what? The week after the conference championship.
It's very, very quick to start, and there's just so much that it's almost I don't want to say it yet. I won't say it yet.
They won't say it yet.
I won't say it yet.
All right.
I'll say it later.
As we go through some of these bowls, there's a couple topics that we're going to get on today. We're probably not going to do our normal rundown of our 3-part section.
No.
We're with this being a special, so we'll probably go till we get to the bowls and go over a couple key points, and then we'll call it a night, and then we'll be ready for our New Year's Eve day after.
New Year's Day after Eve show back at Stadium Tavern. That sounds good. We'll go with it. Let's go with it. Just go with it.
All right. So first up, so anyway, I don't know. I lost it. I spaced it there for a minute.
That's all right.
So we'll recap real quick. Let's see. Let me just pick it up.
Pull it up.
Hey,
while he's looking, Scott Sims, just want to give you a little shout out between the buns, South Side off of Southport and 37. Great burgers and awesome staff, man. Check them out between the bun.
Well, you already know who I'm representing, so I don't have to worry anymore. My head is getting hot. So I got to let the light shine off the head.
Damn, put that thing back on. I can't see. I'm blinded.
So recap real quick. Back on the 15th, let's see. We had a couple bowl games. We have Fresno State over Arizona State. Tulane over Louisiana in the whatever bowl. Utah State over New Mexico. No, that's North Texas in the New Mexico Bowl. Georgia Southern over Eastern Michigan.
Looks like it was a good game.
Yeah, most of them look like they were pretty much blowouts. See, Appalachian State over Middle Tennessee, New Orleans Bowl. Let's see, we talked about this one last week. The UAB, winning theirs after not having football for what was it, 2 seasons?
2 seasons, come back, win the conference, win the bowl game, best record of their whole program, I believe.
Yep. I liked it. See big things coming out of them.
Yeah,
I think they'll do all right. And they're in a hotbed of recruiting. They're in Alabama, so they're going to get some kids that don't go to Auburn or Alabama that want to play,
or Georgia.
Yeah, so I think they'll be all right.
Yeah, I mean, that whole pool down there of recruits is wide open, but only certain people can go to the bigger names. So UAB is getting some real good recruits, and yeah, I agree. They're going to be up and coming.
Yeah, and it's in the South, so they don't really get a lot of cold. So
right,
where wouldn't you want to go?
Come up north, yeah.
All right, let's see. Who else do we got here? Ohio over San Diego State.
That was a blowout.
We are Marshall over South Florida. Florida National over Toledo. BYU over Western Michigan. Let's see. Wake Forest
over Memphis. And I called that, somebody at work was telling me, oh, Memphis is going to win. Memphis is going to win. I'm like, dude, I'm telling you, Wake Forest is not a joke.
This is the one that kind of surprised me.
Army
put up 70.
Yeah.
They put up 70 over Houston.
They were Army strong that day.
Yeah. It was in the Armed Forces Bowl, so could they lose?
Nah.
I mean, were you going to lose?
That'd be like playing Hawaii in the Hawaii Bowl.
And they lost. Let's see. Yeah, Troy over Buffalo and
Army didn't lose.
No, I'm talking about Louisiana Tech.
Oh,
beat Hawaii.
Right.
In the Hawaii Bowl.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
You're at home.
That's bad.
You didn't have to leave the island.
I was going to say, there ain't nothing about a state there, man. It's a state by itself sitting out in the middle of nowhere.
Yes, Chris, we understand Minnesota is whooping Georgia Tech. We haven't got there yet. That's current. Right, we're doing a recap over the previous ones.
Recaps.
All right, which takes us into today. Let's see. We have Boston College We have Boston College versus 25th ranked Boise State.
Canceled.
But that was canceled due to what's it? Inclement weather?
Yeah. I don't.
I got another one.
An hour. There was an hour and a half delay before they finally called it, I think they said.
Yeah, it messed me up a little bit because I was at home and I kept flipping back like it says college football. I know there's a game on, but I kept looking and it's not the game. Right. Then it was like, oh, dumbass. Look at the ticker. It says it right there. Let's see who else. So today, now that takes us into current game. The current game playing is Minnesota, Georgia Tech, and Minnesota, as Chris has so nicely pointed out, is opening up a can of whoop ass on Georgia Tech. And as we were sitting here before we went live, we were talking about Georgia Tech. I had mentioned that if Georgia Tech was able to get maybe a couple 4-star athletes, maybe a highly rated 3-star that was just off the cusp of being a 4-star rated players on offense in that that triple option at Georgia Tech, I think they could be a very good team and a very difficult team to play against because most teams don't play that anymore. There's only 3 schools in all of the FBS that play it.
I was gonna say I know Navy and I know Georgia Tech and I
think it's one more.
Yeah, one more plays it. It's hard to defend against, man, because you got it's a wishbone option.
Yeah,
you got 3 people in the back plus the quarterback that any one of them can get the ball at any given time. So
and either one of them can go 70 yards too.
Right.
So.
Right. And what you got to do is you got to play monster on them the whole time. Well, that's going to open up the middle of the field for these short dump passes, man. And it's just going to wide open tear you up.
But I think the difference is with what I think would make Georgia Tech a little better at it. That would make them a better team if they have better athletes than it would the armed forces who run it. Is that Georgia Tech will throw out of it. The difference with Army and Navy, they don't throw out of it. They run and they run. I mean, it's 3rd and 17, and they're going to run that ball. And they will pick up the first down.
Yeah, they'll get it too.
And they'll pick it up.
Yeah, they'll get it too.
That's just something that I thought about. I don't know what you guys might think about that.
Let's hear it.
There's a couple football people out there that know different schemes and stuff like that on the offense. I just think that with that triple offense is hard. The Tampa 2.
That wasn't a shot at all, was it?
That was hilarious. There's only about 4 people that got that.
Shoot.
If Angie wasn't on the beach in Florida, she might have got it.
Right. I know Chris got it because he was there.
Yes, he was. That was hilarious.
Rodney's finding it. Look at it. Rodney's on. Joining us. Go figure you wearing your Steelers stuff the night Rodney comes on and watches.
That is perfect.
Yeah.
Let's see. Which we talked about today's game with Georgia Tech, Minnesota. Then later on tonight, we have California and TCU.
That'll probably be the best game
of today. Yeah. I like it. California surprisingly was a little better than I thought they would have been in the Pac-12. Not something that they were contenders, but I mean they did win their 6th game to get bowl. But the TCU, you expected a little more.
That in itself
they kind of
dumb, man.
What?
I'm gonna say it now. There's so many damn bowl games.
There's
because everybody, if you get 6 wins, you got to find a bowl to get into, and it's ridiculous.
It's crazy.
It means nothing.
Some of these bowls, I have no idea. The walk-on is the Independence Bowl. Dude, Cheez-Its has a bowl.
Yeah.
Dollar General.
I mean, everybody has a bowl.
AutoZone has a bowl.
Black and White Sports should have a bowl.
We should have a bowl.
And I don't care if it's
and this should be played. It should be played at Warren Central's field.
Ooh.
Even though Franklin Central's field, new field is pretty
I never got a chance to play on that.
It's pretty
field.
nice.
I never got
the one that I think Bill Estes built.
No,
for
it's
them.
Skillman.
Yeah, Ray Skillman.
Yep.
Oh, it's pretty nice.
Yep.
But anyway,
it is.
Bowl games. So
Damon's trying to stay on track here, folks. It's okay. I'm not even nudging them today.
Not at all.
I'm letting it roll with the flow.
So those are what we have today. I know we got a couple ones we're going to talk as we go along, but I think this is a pretty good time to talk about one of the topics that's come about the last 2 years, so to speak, in college football.
Oh, you want to get into it now?
Might as well.
Okay.
This is a good stop because a lot of the bowl games that we're getting ready to talk about coming up in the next 3-4 days will affect these. You know what I mean? Most of those ones that we talked about, there was only one ranked team in that, or 2 ranked, Boise State and then Fresno State. But the rest of these games is going to come up with a lot of teams and guys who are ready or think they're ready for the draft.
Yes, I agree. I agree.
Jazzy J is hilarious. But anyway, and what it is we have the bowl games coming up, and we have some very significant bowls coming up. Mm-hmm. And then you have players who are, some are seniors, some are underclassmen. Underclassmen, as what I'm saying, is juniors, because you can't be a sophomore and go to the NFL. You have to be 3 years removed.
Right.
And your redshirt years does count as a year removed from high school. But you have these players now that are foregoing their bowl games to prepare themselves for the draft. Now, there are a couple ways that you can see this.
Who's going in for it all?
There's a couple ways that you can view this. You can view it as in, well, these players are being selfish to their teams. Mm-hmm. You've all worked this hard together to get to one of your goals, and you're just going to not complete the task with your team. Or for some guys who this is it for them. They don't have that opportunity to go to the league. And this is it for them, and you're not giving them opportunity to go out the way that they think that they should go out. Or you can look at it as in, this is a business. I'm a business. It's time to take care of myself and get ready for my next level. I have to look out for me. I get both sides. So I'd like to know what the people who are, checking in on us, right now on our live feeds, and I'd like to know what we think about this.
Well, here, I'm kind of torn in, honestly, both sides. I totally understand both sides. Playing in the caliber of football I played in high school, it was this is a team sport. Not one person got you here. It was the whole team. And I get that. My other flip side of this is, no, you didn't get yourself here. You didn't get yourself where you're at by yourself. There was a whole team around you. However, that whole team is not going to put food on your table for your kids and your wife and your family later on in life and all this, that, and the other. I get where some of the frustration and the anger would come from, but in another sense, you're giving the guys, like you said, that may not have another shot at playing another down in football ever again. You're giving them that game to play as their own Super Bowl type thing.
Right. I agree.
So I totally understand where both sides are coming from. Man, it's just hard for a 21-year-old guy to look at. You got on one side, you got your team, you got your coaches, you got everything that everyone that you've been working with for the past 2, 3, 4 years. You're here, you're at a national title, you're at a big what is it, like the Rose Bowl or something like that. You're at a big bowl game that matters to the world, I guess.
Exactly. Was
I rambling?
No, you weren't rambling. You weren't rambling at all.
Let me take another drink.
And there's a lot of people that have a little stake in this. I don't say nobody but the players and the coaches have any stake in that and them not playing. But I kind of look at it. For me, I would want to play in that game.
I agree.
I do understand that there's a huge risk, but there's a huge risk every time you stepped on that field. Mm-hmm. I think it was Javanian Clowney who was the first real person to do it. To say, I'm not, but I think he took off the whole year. Didn't he take off his whole year?
The whole senior year.
Yeah, he took off the whole year. And then the next year was, I think it was like Bosa or some other couple players.
Bosa set out. Now his younger brother Bosa.
But he set out the rest of the year.
Yeah. Now, granted, he wasn't going to be ready until mid to late December anyway. So why would you want to go back as your last game or your first game back from an injury like that, going into the Rose Bowl and being your last time in college? I totally get that. In that essence or in that situation, there should be no question.
Mm-hmm. But and speaking, you say that. Me personally, I got a little stake in that. You look at it. We go down here to
running back, isn't it?
You got to the Chick-fil-A. You got the Chick-fil-A Bowl, the Peach Bowl, where you got Michigan and Florida. This is a top 10 game
for next year, though.
This is a top 10 game. This builds on recruiting over the summer. This gives you a little headway going into next year. This gets the people looking at you where you fall in for the rest of the year. And we got two big names not playing.
Your linebackers.
You got Rashawn Gary not playing, and Higdon, the running back, is not playing.
Who's your linebacker?
Rashawn Gary.
Okay, Gary.
He's in. No, Devin Bush. He's playing, but he has an agent.
No, I don't think he's playing.
So that's 3.
I was gonna say I don't think he's playing.
So I know he was talking to an agent, but I didn't hear that he wasn't playing.
I could be totally wrong, but man, I hold on here.
Man, he couldn't be. So that makes 3. So that only leaves Winovich.
No, he was the first name.
Bet.
First name.
So you got Devin Bush, you got Rashawn Gary, and you have
Yep. He's declaring for the NFL and will not play in the game.
And so and Higdon was the one that went a couple days ago.
Yeah.
So you got your first 1,000-yard back in Michigan since Mike Hart. So that's 6-7 years. And then you have your All-America running All-American linebackers. Yeah. You got your All-American linebackers.
Yep.
Now that's key. That's key to your number one defense. So how do you feel? So how does Chase Winovich feel? How does a couple of the other guys on the outside how do they feel? Flip side on the other side, Shane said he's coming back. But I mean, how does that feel for those guys? It's like we came all this way and then you just let us down.
In that sense, then it should be good for Patterson to feel like that, because he's like, all right, now I get to play this bowl game with the players that I'm going to play with next season.
Yeah.
So let's get a game under our belt, especially in that limelight, and see what we got.
Yeah. And it's still next man up mentality,
in college, especially.
It's still next man up, because you don't have the number one defense, even though you got your ass whipped by OSU. You still have the number one rated defense, so you still have players that are behind you that come up and play. So on offense, it's the same way. Yeah, because it's irrelevant. You still have players behind them that contribute to that ranking. So those guys should be able to step up and do something as well.
I agree.
But then
here's the thing. I just seen Dustin said, pay them boys.
They're amateur athletes, period. If you want to get paid, you're a pro athlete. Professional athletes get paid. This is an argument that should not be had.
Well, I'm just saying, that's the same. Like in the fighting world, you don't get really paid for amateur fighting.
Yeah, because you're an amateur.
Right.
If you want to get paid, you turn pro.
And they are getting a hell of a
and
education.
if you think these high value athletes aren't getting paid,
right,
you have lost your mind.
Right. They're all, regardless, they're all getting something.
They are taking. Has anybody paid attention when game day goes to these colleges and they go into these facilities?
Right.
Hey, these kids ain't hurting. These kids are not hurting.
He's yelling, man. He's yelling at us.
They're not hurting. So this argument that these kids are starving, come on. I don't want to hear it.
They're not starving. Stop wasting your money on dumb shit. I'm sorry, you're kids, and I get it. I did the same thing, but you know what? When you're there, you're getting everything paid for. Don't use your money on dumb shit.
Right. You know what I mean? Don't go buy. Never mind. But anyway, there's ways. I mean, there's ways that I think that you should be able to give college athletes type of money if you don't allow them to work. You can put a stipend inside of their scholarship that gives them so much money per semester or credit hour or however you want to break it down.
They do, don't they? Don't they have some kind of stipend that they get per month?
I mean, I think it's for lodging. I think it's like food and lodging, but it's like it's like in the tuition the same way that the students get, where you have a certain amount or whatever. But I think with the players not being, these scholarship athletes not being allowed to work, I think you should add an extra stipend, like an extra amount of money to allow them to, go buy clothes and go to.
Yeah, I'm not saying that they're getting money left and right. I mean, they're not sitting there getting, $5,000 a month or something like that. They're getting enough to do something with. And I agree that, since you do not let them work and have a job at all to do what they want, then you probably should up that stipend a little bit.
And the wife has been saying this forever, and I completely agree with her. If you hurting so much, how you getting these sleeve tattoos?
Good point.
You know what I mean? You come in as a freshman and your arms is naked. You come back as a sophomore and you got $2,000 worth of ink on your arm. Where you get that money at? Where you getting that? So I don't want to hear that these kids is hurting.
Right. I'm with you.
You know what I mean? And I've said it before, and I'll say it again. If you want to get paid, turn pro.
Mm-hmm.
If you want to play for a school or whatever, you're an amateur athlete. It's the price that you pay for this $100,000 education that you're getting for free.
Yep.
It is the price that you pay.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Yeah, these schools are making a buttload of money off of you.
But once you're out of that school and in the big time, you're making all kinds of money.
There you go.
You know, they're splitting it between so many people. You're splitting it between a handful of people.
Right. I mean, y'all keep thinking like, I mean, well, let's bring this point up since you want to talk about athletes getting paid. Okay, so you go to a school like, let's say, Duke. Now, we know Duke basketball brings in 85% of the millions of dollars that come into that school. So
on athletics.
So how do you plan to disperse this money equally with all the athletes that go to Duke?
Right.
So is the basketball team going to get 70% of that money and the rest of it gets filtered out? Or are you going to separate all of that money?
Well, isn't that what they're supposed to do with all athletics? Is that's how that pays their scholarships throughout all the programs?
Does Duke lacrosse have a facility like Duke basketball?
No. I'm
all
just
right,
saying,
that's where that money
I didn't
goes.
say it was getting separated evenly. I'm just saying that that's what's supposed to happen.
I'm just saying, you know what I mean? You look at it and that money is going back to them kids.
Right.
You might not think it. Yeah, the school just signed a deal with the ACC where they're getting a $25 million TV
they just
deal.
put a $2 million facility in there for you to utilize at any time.
We just updated this facility where you got $1 million worth of training equipment
to use to get yourself ready for the pros where you get millions of dollars.
So let's look into the logistics of this.
Right. And you're going to tell me that. And you're going to tell me that anybody that was, a top recruit, a top NFL or, NBA prospect or something is not going to come back to their alma mater and get shit paid and hand to them left and right? Come on.
Do you really think Shaq earned a doctorate from LSU? No disrespect, Shaq. I'm sure you're probably an intelligent fella.
Hey, you know what I'm saying? But the only thing I got
I enjoy watching you play, but I'm sorry. I just really don't see you with a doctorate. I really don't see Allen Iverson with a law degree at Georgetown. But tit for tat.
I don't know. That one may be a little bit more believing than the Shaq deal. Because as much time as AI has on the other side of things, he might got good at that.
All right. Okay.
I'm talking about practice.
I don't know. I guess people didn't really like that conversation about the bowl games. But, I get it, though. You know what I mean? I'm not going to really just jump on these kids who want to secure their future. Just say that. Don't give me I don't want to get hurt. Well,
right.
You would have got hurt the 3 games that you played before that game.
Oh, I agree. I agree with you.
Just say, hey, I feel that I'm going to be a draft pick. I want to get ready for that part of my career. I'm done with this. I'm ready to move on. Cool. I respect that.
Yep.
Just don't give me no Urban Meyer stories.
Pew pew.
What? Oh, my bad.
Shot.
My bad. So let's jump back into these bowl games. So tomorrow, Thursday. Is tomorrow Thursday?
Yes.
Yes, tomorrow's Thursday. So we have here it is. The walk-on Independence Bowl.
Hold on.
What?
Who couldn't play ball really? Bobby, are we talking about Shaq or are we talking about AI? I really want to hear your answer on that.
Dude, AI is a Hall of Famer.
Man.
Shaq is a Hall of Famer.
Yeah.
AI is in the Naismith Basketball Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
He is top 20 scoring in the NBA. He is an MVP.
He changed the league.
He made little guys want to be big guys.
Yes, sir.
I mean, my wife is not a fan of AI at all, but the AI is a hooper.
Man, we talking about practice.
Not the game.
Not the game.
Not where I give 100% bleed.
Okay, well, and it kind of exactly. Kind of leading into are kind of leading back into our conversation about amateur players getting paid. The NBA, the basketball realm, has put in so many avenues for these guys to get paid. If you don't want to go to college, that's fine. Join the G League.
And that's what they're doing. That's something that's new.
Yeah.
Beyond the D League. But now with the development of the G League and the two-way contracts that they're doing.
Big three.
And the big three, well, the big three is for all old people.
Right. Still, I mean, that gives them at least a showcase of
but
what basketball used to be.
And football really does need that. I mean, basketball
has the XFL.
Basketball is getting it. Baseball's had it. Baseball's the best at it. Hockey's the best at it. Where they got these farm leagues where
baseball
you can get in there and play, and you can make money.
Yep.
You might not make it all the way to the show,
right,
but you got an opportunity. You can still play 10, 12, 15, 20 years at AAA, AA ball and make you a decent amount of money where you can have a car dealership.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You might get an old Sal Malone Cheers bar or something. You like that's before you go time.
Yeah, man, come on now.
Yeah, you like that.
I remember Cheers.
Yeah, that was good.
Cheers.
I mean, but with the NBA, they're getting that, with the G League, where they're giving these guys opportunities to come in and play a competitive side of basketball and still make a little bit of money. And you still also have that opportunity to go overseas and play. Mm-hmm. But with football, you have the NFL or you have the CFL or what is it, the Arena League. Mm-hmm. I know there's the
XFL.
I think there's some pickup semi-pro leagues that sprinkle throughout, the different sections of the country. I know Indianapolis has a semi-pro league. So there are opportunities that you can still play. Right. But, football isn't really generated like that.
Well, I mean, that's not going to bring you money to the table to feed your family either.
Yeah.
Not in football wise. Once you get to the XFL, because I'm sorry, I keep saying the XFL, but they're going to throw money at these guys left and right. So they're going to be able to bank for the first couple of years at least if they stay afloat before, the end of the first season again. But, even the CFL, you can make a decent living off of the CFL. You can make a decent living off of Arena somewhat, I'm not going to say that they're going to pay you millions.
No, you can make you can probably make a couple $100,000.
Yeah, depending on who you are.
Yeah,
get up there probably, but still, normally I'm gonna say probably, semi-pro league's probably making $30,000, if that.
Yeah, it's a job, and a lot of them probably it's a second job,
right?
You know what I mean? So, but I agree with Courtney's cousin out in Utah. Shout out to the West Side. He's saying, I agree with him, the way the Europeans develop their soccer and it's the same way that they're developing their basketball now. Mm-hmm. And Mark Cuban did get some heat a couple years ago as saying that the Europeans are developing their youth in the game of basketball a lot better than we are. And you can see it. You can see it in today's NBA.
Well,
and you can really see
the Olympics.
Oh, yeah. The Olympics for one. But you can, then that just woke us up and started the greats started to play again and started to play for real.
Yeah.
But you can see it in the NBA with a lot of these young Europeans. But you got Doncic over at Dallas, killing it.
Did you see that shot he put up the other night?
Yes.
That was a hell of a shot.
He is killing it right now. He's obviously hands down rookie of the year. I mean, unless something outrageous happens, I don't see anybody challenging him for rookie of the year. And he's killing it. And if you look across the board, there's so much young international talent. Mm-hmm. And they're developing it over there. They're developing all around players. And here we're still.
So is that why the NFL is really looking forward to putting a London team in just to get that
exposure?
Yes.
And it's a way to grow the game. Because where else do they play American football?
I'm sorry, I am so against a team in London. just because I mean the whole travel thing in itself. I mean, you got to think what you're doing to these
I mean,
athletes,
you
man.
can do it. You can do it. How they should be doing the Thursday games.
Why are they putting?
I mean, they should. You should. If you go over there, it should be like your
10-day
bye.
rest or
You
your
get your
bye
10
week or
day. Your
something,
bye
yeah.
falls into that.
Well,
and when you come back off your bye, it should be a Thursday game.
or you shouldn't play.
You know what I mean?
Your bye week leading up to your bye week would be the only time you go overseas.
Yeah, I can
yeah,
see that. And
but-
I think you can do that.
No, I still, I don't know. Just like the travel in itself, I think is going to hurt these athletes in the long run.
Man, you're
Coaches,
a $1 million
I don't care if you're saying
athlete.
$1 million athlete, regardless, you're still a
And
human
you
being.
got
You still
$1 million
got to travel.
traders.
You still got to travel 8 hours across seas, and then get into that time zone in your
Mhm.
mind and your body and all that, and then you got to come back here. No, this is the National Football League. This is I'm
Yeah, and he
sorry.
said, "What about Mexico City?"
You know, that's you're in the same.
Oh, wow.
Wow. Looney Tunes. You're at least in the same time zone as the West Coast.
Yeah,
I mean, in that aspect, you're still in our time zones at least. You don't have to worry about that major time change, at least. You don't have to worry about getting jet lagged for 8 hours, 10 hours, whatever it is over to London. Yeah, I don't know. At least you'd be in the time zone. But I think they got more shit to worry about in Mexico City than bringing the NFL.
right. You know, speaking of that, if you want to stay out west, why not put a team in Hawaii?
Again, you're still talking about another 2-3 hours away from the West Coast.
I mean, but
And then you got an East Coast team. You got, a New England or somebody going all the way to Hawaii to play a game, or vice versa. I mean,
I don't know,
that ain't
man.
gonna work.
I don't know.
No.
I don't like it. I guess
No.
I'm torn. I don't care. I don't really care either way.
All right.
I don't care.
Okay.
I figured, you know, what I mean, you can get these 749 jets at like, beds on them.
Get to the chopper.
Get to the
Give him a chopper.
I'm sure they can put together, the NFL owners can put together a plane that is just for NFL travel. You know what I mean? You got
Man.
like Air
You
Force
remember what
One is a
happened?
small
You
city.
remember what happened to Aaliyah, right? Too much weight on the plane. Come on, man.
I mean, that was a freaking wave skipper. I'm talking about a jumbo 7 Boeing.
Oh, so you mean, yeah, I got an idea. Let's do that and raise the goddamn taxes and the ticket prices up another
No.
$50 where
We
can't have a family go
if
to
these
it.
billion-dollar owners want a team in London, they can stick their hands in their billion-dollar wallets and make this billion-dollar plane.
Okay, I want it in writing signed by all 32 of them, plus the commissioner, plus
You get the
everybody.
plane and the wall all at the same damn time.
Shit, I don't give a damn about the wall, but you know what? I don't know. I don't. Yeah, no, I don't know. I'm as the one says, I'm torn.
I'm torn between the two.
I'm
All
torn.
right. Well, all right. So that's fine. That's fine. And where were we, Daniel?
We are on tomorrow's or this
We're on
weekend's.
tomorrow's
Yes,
games.
tomorrow's games.
Tomorrow's game. So you got Temple going into Duke tomorrow.
No, you already talked about that one. My bad.
No,
Because you
we
said the
didn't- no, we
walk-on
didn't.
Independence Bowl. Yeah, you
And
did.
that's all we got.
Yeah, so it's
We
the
didn't
next
say
one.
who we thought we was going to win.
I could care less about that one. I could care less about any of these leading up to Saturday.
Okay.
But I want you to go with them. I want you to go with them. I don't want you to feel. I don't want to sound like a dick or anything because I know Damon is taking like a good 20-minute shit to put this note together this morning.
You know what? Screw you.
No, it was 30.
Miami, Wisconsin. What's a bowl special?
Huh?
It's a bowl special. So you
Yeah.
got to talk about the bowl.
No, let's talk. Okay, let's talk about them.
Miami,
Talk about 'em.
Wisconsin.
Man, the chain gang versus the honey badgers, huh?
I'm going with
I'm gonna say the Honey Badgers
Wisconsin.
doesn't give a shit. Yeah,
I'm
Big
going
10.
Wisconsin. Baylor, Vanderbilt.
I'm
I'm going
gonna
Vandy.
say Vandy on that one. Yeah, I'll say Vandy.
Purdue, Auburn. Big game
Now
for
we're
the
on
Big
Friday.
10.
Now we're in Friday.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
Friday.
you gotta let people know which
Friday,
day we're
the
on.
28th. Friday, the 28th.
Oh man, I'm gonna go with the Big Ten. They're gonna make a stand.
It's big game.
Yeah,
It's
they're
big
gonna
game
make
for
a
Big
stand against the
SEC.
SEC. No, I'm not saying Auburn was everything this, that, and all this
But
year,
still the
but still,
SEC
man,
team.
yeah, SEC versus Big Ten. You got to show them what's up.
New young coach of Purdue. I'm going Boilermakers.
He's good, man.
I'm Boiler up. I'm Boiler
He's
up.
good. I like their coach.
Woo, Boiler up.
I really want to see Notre Dame get Purdue back on the schedule.
And Michigan State.
Well, yeah, got Michigan back. I'm happy.
Yeah, for 1 year. Then we got to wait another 4 years.
You didn't beat us though.
This oh, now we're getting into some ranked guys. You got number 16 West Virginia versus 20 Syracuse.
I'm gonna go with the orange. Yeah, I'm gonna go with the orange. They were sneaky this year, man.
Yeah.
They were
Oh
sneaky.
yeah.
They were hella sneaky.
But their basketball team. So
The crown's making me say hella.
And that's the Camping World Bowl.
See again.
Yeah.
At least those teams won 7 games, didn't they? I think.
Well, they had they're
games.
ranked, so they had to win at least 8-9 games.
Well, yeah.
I mean, 16.
Syracuse was ranked almost all year.
Yeah, 16. You got to win at least 9 games.
West Virginia kind of.
Yeah, they piss poured at the end.
Yeah, they did.
You got 24 Iowa State going into Washington State, number 13.
I'm gonna go with the Cougars.
Bowl.
I'm gonna go with the Cougars.
I'm with Cougars. I love their coach.
I like.
I
Cougars.
love their coach.
You like Cougars?
That dude is
I like
hilarious. That dude is hilarious.
I'm trying to get Damon to say something in front of my wife and his wife.
What about the Cougars? I'm not talking about no Cougars.
No, I thought Washington State's gonna win the game.
Yeah.
That's what Cougars I was talking about. I don't know what you were implying.
And then we get into Saturday's games. So you got number 10, Florida, 7, Michigan, Peach Bowl.
Which they should not have been ranked 7th. Sorry.
I'm going Michigan.
I'm.
What should they be ranked?
I think UCF should have been ahead of them.
Okay.
I mean, maybe 8th. Not too far down. Okay. You know, but I still think Central Florida should have got above them.
Okay.
Who'd you pick? I'm gonna go with the Wolverines too.
And then we got SoCo going into Virginia.
Hey,
yeah, who
I
cares?
see Mindy's on. Hey, big shout out to Mindy. Thank you for the black and white sports cups and
the pitcher. Oh,
yes.
that shit was cool.
We appreciate it.
We need to take it to the tavern.
We're going to take it to Stadium
and
Tavern next week and
filled
get filled up with some beer.
We're going to drink it.
Oh, yeah.
All of it.
All night.
Twice.
At least.
Okay.
At least.
And then we got Arkansas State.
Who'd you say? South Carolina and Virginia?
Yeah.
The Belk Bowl.
Yeah, I don't know.
What the hell
I don't even know what Belk is. No. It's something.
Belk Bull 1200.
Hey.
That sounds like a race.
Hey.
What?
Courtney's cousin's on.
Hey,
Haley.
Hey, Courtney's cousin.
She just got married to old fancy Italian boy.
Well, hey, forget about it.
Happy marriage. Congratulations. Sorry we couldn't make it. You know, we stuck up here in the farmlands.
Yeah.
But congratulations to you.
Fields.
Awesome.
Congrats.
She travels all the time. I think the last picture she had a gas mask on the top of a mountain. Yeah, I don't know. There's some weird stuff.
Never mind. I almost pulled a Damon on live radio.
What up? Chuck Love's in the house.
Damn,
Go Blue.
what's up, my brother?
Go Blue.
Yep.
Yeah, he been dogging me, dog.
Blue and gold. Blue and gold here, folks.
So, all right. So we got Arkansas State versus Nevada in the Arizona Bowl.
The Nova Home Loans Arizona Bowl.
You said home. I thought you was going to say Navajo, as in the Indians. I'm like, is that politically correct?
Man,
Can you have
What is wrong with you people?
What do you mean?
I'm gonna go with Nevada, not Nevada. I'm gonna
Yeah,
go
I'm
with
going with Nevada. Yeah, I am too. I don't really know about Arkansas State.
No,
And then that takes us into
the tournament.
the semifinal bowl games, the college football playoff bowls.
Here we
go. First up at 4:00, we got number 3 Fighting Irish of Notre Dame versus the number 2 Clemson Tigers.
I've been saying this the whole time. Okay, everybody's asking, "Oh, you really think Clemson? Are you?"
He thinks you have on the Alabama shirt.
Really? Really? How much? Okay, here's my question, Chuck. How much did you drink while you were making your great food? Okay, that's my question here, folks. Come on.
I don't understand the question.
He's a chef.
So how much were you drinking?
Yeah, because he thinks this is an Alabama shirt.
Come
on, man.
Yeah, you lost me.
It's all right.
Okay.
He feels me. He's watching. You feel me, don't you? Anyway, here's what I've been saying. The biggest matchup of that game.
He's a part of the Smacko tribe.
Wow. Anyway,
Yeah.
the key of the game is going to be Notre Dame's defense versus Clemson's offense. I do not think that Clemson has seen an offense to Notre Dame's caliber yet this year. On the flip side, I really do not think that Notre Dame has seen an offense to Clemson's caliber. Even take the Michigan game out because, yes, it was the first game of the season. You guys turned it up differently. But Clemson's offense is on point. However, did they
score like 70 points 3 straight games?
But they play in the ACC, man.
They do, and so do you. I mean, you're not in the ACC, but you play like 5 ACC teams.
I think we have to play 7 every year.
Well, that didn't help.
No, it didn't.
That didn't help. But I get what you're saying. I do get what you're saying.
At least we play other teams like Michigan and beat them.
Yes, you did. So,
pew, pew.
And I have yet to really pick this game yet. This game is a lot harder for me to pick than the Alabama-Oklahoma game.
Mm-hmm. Well, don't pick
don't
pick yet.
Yeah, this is a hard one because
Street and
there's a lot of
bush right now.
there's a lot of pros that I like about Notre Dame. I like the switch of quarterback. Their offense exploded after they made the switch from Winbush to the young guy. What's his name? Whatever.
Book.
Yes, Book. Ian Book. Yes, when their offense exploded
is transferring.
Transferring, yes. When they switched from him to Book, their offense exploded, which entitled their defense played a lot better because they were placed in situations where they were on the upside of things, and it allowed them to be aggressive on defense, and which played into their offense hands. So I do like Notre Dame quite a bit, but again, you look at this Clemson offense, this Clemson team, period. They've won it. They've been there multiple times. They're comfortable in the pressure situation, and we can't ignore the fact the last time that Notre Dame was in this situation,
it skunked.
Didn't really go. I was a little upset because I was cheering like they were Michigan, and they got waxed.
So he said he was mad since our wives are sitting
over there,
dockside. I'll say dockside.
Port. That's port.
Port.
No,
side.
that's left. Starboard.
I don't know about them. Christy, how mad was I over at my brother's house the night that we got our ass handed to us by Alabama? See, she said in a very low-key voice.
Manti Te'o was over sitting next to his girlfriend.
Yeah, no, she's right here next to us.
Hey, babe. So, but
That's terrible.
and Clemson, they had a similar offensive explosion.
What
as
the hell
well
is he
as-
talking about? Roll Tide shirt. He still thinks I got a Roll Tide shirt.
because he's gonna pick with you.
Damn.
But again, Clemson's in the same had the same situation with their quarterback because they had the
He's a freshman now, isn't he?
yeah, he's a true
Yeah.
freshman. He came in because the other guy was benched, and he ended up transferring like 2 weeks later.
And him and Tua are going to be the top leaders of the Heisman race next year. I seen
Who this guy from Clemson?
Clemson's quarterback.
Oh yeah, he's nice.
Yeah.
And he
You know who he reminds me of?
he reminds me of
Sunshine.
no, he reminds
Remember
me
the Titans?
Yeah.
Sunshine.
He reminds me more of Dazed and Confused.
Oh, Matthew McConaughey?
No, not Matthew McConaughey.
Yeah, I got you.
Yeah, the quarterback
I know.
with the
you-
long
picture
flowing
it,
hair.
yep.
Yeah, so
What was his name?
Randall Pink Floyd.
There you go. Thank you.
But anyway, so Clemson has the same thing. They have their offense is electric. So I'm a little more worried about Clemson's defense opposed to Notre Dame's offense than I am more Notre Dame's defense to Clemson's offense. But I kind of think that the familiar
And I'm the one who's been drinking.
you know the word.
Familiarity.
Yes, with being in that situation might give them the edge. But I don't know. I can say Clemson now, and tomorrow I can say Notre Dame.
Well, which one are you saying now? Because we're on our show right now, and that's where we make these so-called picks of
Right
black and
now-
white. Hold on. It's black and white sports picks.
Right now, I'm going to go with the winner.
That's bullshit.
That's what you got. We'll come back to that.
No.
I'm like on Family Feud. I'm gonna go pass.
You just got an X for the family. Then you just got an X for the family because you passed on that. You can't pass on Family Feud. What do you pass on Family Feud for?
I'm gonna go Clemson.
You're a dick. The ass is smarter than the one.
I'm definitely going Clemson. Now.
It's all right. Oh, say it now again.
Now.
That's all right.
Hey, we got little bubbles go up.
I seen that. I like that.
So yeah.
Brian, come on, man. We had this conversation. Why do you want to play Clemson in the title game? Brian's daughter goes to
Yes,
Alabama.
yes.
Yeah.
And
So-
she just has some great news. I read it on Facebook.
Yes. Graduate school, right?
And yes.
Yes.
But it
Something.
really
Brian,
elapses
congratulations to your daughter Marissa.
That's pretty awesome. So
Congrats.
I will give you a roll tide for that particular situation.
That reason.
All right. And so that takes us into the backside of the semifinal game for the college football championship. Number 4, Oklahoma.
Mm-hmm.
Number 1, Bama.
You want to start?
The Orange Bowl.
You want to start?
I'm going Bama, and I don't even think it's going to be damn close.
I'm going Bama because nobody in the Big 12 has a defense.
0. And
And
they
Alabama's
do.
not going to let you.
And Alabama does have a defense.
Right.
And you give Nick Saban a month to plan for that guy.
Right. Now,
That's like giving Bill Belichick a month to plan for Peyton Manning.
is Tua going to play?
It doesn't matter.
Okay. It doesn't at all?
I think he's going to play. I think he's going to play just fine. But I don't think it's going to matter between Tua and Hurts which one plays. I think Alabama's still going to win.
I think so too. I think it's going to be a shootout starting out, but I think Alabama's going to get that one stop on defense real quick. I mean, it's going to be like 14-14 or something.
Mm-hmm.
And we're talking about mid-second quarter. Yeah, I was thinking mid-second quarter. All of a sudden, Alabama gets that one defensive stop that just changes everything for Oklahoma. and everything after that Oklahoma tries, it's not going to be good enough. And I did see that the top, well, we mentioned this last week, I think the top quarterback recruit, high school, signed with Oklahoma over Alabama.
Yes, he did.
The top or the last two Heisman winners were the quarterbacks from Oklahoma.
Yeah.
A possible one next year with Murray's replacement. I don't know. Who knows? But man, you got to play defense. Defense is going to win championships, and
here's
if you have no defense, it doesn't matter how many points you put up because you're going to get stopped that one time against Alabama's offense, and Alabama's going to capitalize.
Here's the saying: defense wins championship, offense sells tickets.
Yeah, totally.
That's it. Oklahoma, you're gonna sell a whole lot of tickets, but y'all gonna go do a whole lot of going home.
Yep.
I'm sorry. I just don't see it. I don't see it. And y'all struggled with too many subpar Big 12 teams. And Alabama plays in the best conference in all of football. They play all the best teams all the time. Well, not all the time, because you got those cupcakes.
Really?
You got those cupcakes. But, Alabama don't shy away. You put them up there, they beat you. They're not one of those programs who are not going to play.
Right.
They're going to schedule big out-of-conference games at the beginning of the year because I got studs. My studs are better than your studs, and period. So,
they do it well.
They do it well. So, I don't know.
You're picking Alabama?
I am picking
I'm
Alabama.
picking Alabama. So, you're saying Alabama Clemson rematch, and I'm saying
what's this, the third one?
Yeah, third in 4 years.
Yeah. Well, I don't know about
Georgia played
third. I think they played 3 times. Alabama won 1 and Clemson won 1.
Okay. Well, Clemson's not going to make it, so.
All right.
We'll have to get back on the on that note next week from Stadium Tavern next Wednesday night live at 7:30 as always. Yeah, I'm still saying Alabama and Notre Dame is going to have a rematch of 2013, and hopefully it doesn't look as bad as last time.
Yeah, me too. Let's run through. I think we might have a couple notable games here that will be significant for.
You got the big New Year's Day games, man.
Chuck said, "How about our Lakers? I would love to talk about them, but this is our. Where's the button? This is our boom special." That is great.
I like it.
We'll talk about the Lakers later.
Yeah,
because they are playing fabulous and they are 4th in the West. But anyway, let's run down a quick of these.
Breaking news real quick. The Hawks are up on the Pacers 58-54 with 3 minutes to go in the first half.
All right. Must be the man bun.
Gotta be the man
not
bun.
a foul.
Come on, Turner.
So a couple notable games that will play impacts for conferences with the tallies of conference wins in the bowl games and significant impacts for next year's teams. Let's see. We got Michigan State and Oregon.
What's his quarterback's coming back too? Oregon's quarterback is coming back next year.
Okay, that's cool. It's another big interconference bowl game. Stanford, Pac-12
with Bryce Love out.
Excuse me. Yeah, Bryce Love. I meant to say Michigan State and Oregon. Big Ten, Pac-12. Actually, there are two familiar because they always play in the Rose Bowl. Mm-hmm. But these are two teams that normally wouldn't play each other. But both of these teams are looking to rebound from this year, especially Michigan State. Oregon is looking to add on to the good things that they've done this year. So this is a pretty big game looking in for both of those teams going into the offseason. Mm-hmm. Who else is a good one? Northwestern, 22 Northwestern, number 17 Utah.
Utah's going to beat the dog shit out of them.
And everybody says that about Northwestern, but they just don't get blown out.
Northwestern's not going to have it against Utah.
Are you up on Utah now?
Yeah, I'm up on Utah now.
Are you singing these Roberts? You hear that? Look, there he is. The Utes. Robert, you hear that? He's up on Utah.
Well,
I've been singing Utes praises
I hope
all
Robert
year.
listened to our college preview show at the beginning of the season because we called that Utah-Washington game in the Pac-12 championship.
We did.
We did.
I got Utah on that one as well. Let's see here. This one is going to be very, very interesting. Number 11, LSU.
Yep.
Going to number 8,
Not
UCF.
going to.
Or not going to, versus number 11, UCF. This is
Let's hear your
a
thoughts
put
on
up,
that.
or this is a put up or shut up game for UCF.
Yeah, I agree.
The pressure is all on them to show the world what you've been trying to tell us and how you decided just to make up your own national championship. Whatever, but I think it's you're playing against a very physical.
Where's he come from?
Who? Calvin? That's my homie. That's my cousin.
Read what he said.
What does he say?
Come on, cousin Calvin. You like cousin Pete. Cousin Calvin?
Cousin Calvin.
Man. Replay the first part of this show so you can hear your answer on that.
He said, "What are your thoughts?" Cuz you might have to go back and
hit replay.
You might have to go back and start this one over.
But you know
We
what? That's
hit
the
that
greatest.
one.
That's the greatest thing about our show is you can miss part of it, but you can always go back to fill yourself in with all the awesomeness.
Yes, you can do it on SoundCloud. You can do it. No, it's not.
Apple
iTunes. It's
Music?
Apple Music,
Google
Play.
Music, Play,
Google
whatever
Google
it is.
Play.
Did you say
YouTube.
SoundCloud?
I said SoundCloud first.
Okay, YouTube,
Facebook.
Facebook,
Yep.
Twitter.
Twitter.
Tweet.
He says, "Sorry, I just joined."
Yeah,
But that's
you're
all right
late.
though. He's in South Carolina.
We
down there.
appreciate you. South
I
Carolina.
think his second son
We're out in
just
South
graduated
Carolina.
from college.
We're out in South Carolina.
I think he's Springville. Springville, is that it? Springville,
He's gonna let us know.
something like that. Springville.
I think they will do well against LSU. Honestly, Brian, I don't know who you.
I know.
You picking LSU?
I'd like to see. I'd like to see UCF play them with their quarterback.
I agree. That was a major hit. But man, that team comes.
I mean, the
that
team is
came together.
good.
Team
I've watched a couple games.
Somerville.
They're dynamic, but I still keep looking at the quality of talent that you've played. Now you get ready to play a real deal SEC college football team. They're hard nosed. They're gritty. They're grimy. Their defense is outstanding. Offense is a little subject, but I don't know. I'm going to go with the big boys. I just don't see UCF as a Boise State a couple years ago.
No, I think
I
UCF could beat the hell out of Boise State. I'd like to see
with
that
this
matchup.
Boise State or that Boise State.
That Boise State with UCF's quarterback. I think that UCF team would beat the 4 years ago, whatever.
You
Boise
could.
State.
I mean, I can see. I don't know. I'm not sure. I like LSU. I like LSU in this one.
I think LSU is going to do it. I'd love to see UCF do it though.
Yeah, I mean, if their quarterback play, I might think a little differently, but I'm not sure.
Yeah.
I think this is another pretty big game. 14 Kentucky versus number 12 Penn State. This is I think this is a bigger game for Kentucky, being that they kind of jumped on the national pedestal, the national scene with their football program. Their football program. So this is a good game for them. Penn State, this is a game I don't think you can lose.
No,
I don't think this is a game that the Big Ten can lose. This is a game that you need to win.
If they lose this one, I think the coach will be out.
No, he's not leaving. He's not at Penn State.
He shouldn't be. No, I'm just saying. I think that something's going to happen.
That's got to be something big
man.
because he's brought inspiration to that university after a very dark
debacle.
Yeah. So I like Penn State in there. I do. I think their quarterback is going to play well. As I think it's going to be a good showing for him as he enters his name into the draft. So there's another one. Number 9, Washington, the Rose Bowl. Number 6, OSU.
Ohio State's gonna pound them.
Yeah, I got them 17. At least 17.
It goes kind of go back to that whole defense, man. Ohio State's got a defense. Washington is so wishy-washy that I don't know what team's going to show up from one week to the other. I mean, look, they started out good, they fell. They started coming back, they fell. They just could not get over that hump, and I think that's going to hurt them, and I think OSU takes it.
And that's exactly what it was, Robert. The Boise State Oklahoma game in 2008. Where they did the trick play. They did the trick play, and then the dude proposed to his wife after the game.
Who was Boise State's quarterback that year?
Yeah, the hell if I know.
Because it was like a big, oh my God, he's going to be good, blah, blah, blah. And I don't think I remember him. Obviously, he's not that good.
Yeah, I don't know.
Maybe that's a crown. I don't know.
I think OSU will take care of that one. And then OSU for the Rose Bowl. I mean, Georgia, I don't think this is a really big game. Georgia, Texas.
Yeah.
Just for shits and giggles, I'm gonna go with the Longhorns.
I would go with the Longhorns if they had somewhat of a defense. And again, it goes back to the Big 12 has zero defense, and Georgia's defense is there, stout. They should have won the game against Alabama. It didn't.
Hey, Texas shut down Oklahoma's defense. Oklahoma's offense.
Okay. But you're in the Big 12, man.
Kellen Moore.
Okay. He had long hair, didn't he? Yeah, I know.
Well, I knew she was going to Google it. If I'd have thought Robert did it, I was like, well, he's out on the West Coast, so he should remember. That's like right in his little wheelhouse.
That is.
Boise, Utah. That's his little thing.
Yep, that whole area.
I'd like to get out to Utah sometime.
Let's do it.
Let's do it. We should do a show in Utah.
I'm down. I'll do a show in any city you want me to, man. We will go abroad.
So, pow. I said OSU, Sonya. I had to. It's the only choice I have. I'm not going to pick Washington. At that point, I'm sticking with the conference.
She was trying to get you to say Ohio State.
Oh, yeah. I'm not going to say it. She's a Michigan woman. That's Chuck's wife. She's Michigan.
Oh, I was like, hey, Chuck's wife, Sonya.
Hey, she got him a cool knife. He's a chef, and she got him a chef knife. The handle is maize and blue. It's pretty hot.
Maybe it's golden blue.
And nobody does that. So, just a recap. We were in the Shire today or this evening because the Stadium Tavern, did a little family thing for his employees, so he closed the bar.
Yep.
So we will be back on the 2nd.
Yes.
So
New Year's special.
New Year's special.
New Year's special.
I don't know what's special about it, but we'll do something. We might wear hats.
What do you mean? What's special, man? Notre Dame and Alabama we're gonna be talking about them next week.
Okay.
And we're gonna be talking about, since I haven't mentioned
however it is, we're gonna be talking about goddamn Alabama.
I ain't mentioned anything about Philly, and I know Sean's watching, suck ass Cowboy fans, but yes, Dallas won the division. But the champions still have a chance to get in this Sunday with a win over Washington and a Minnesota loss to the Bears. So we really need the Bears to do their job against the Vikings, and we need to do our job against the Redskins, and we will go to Chicago for the first round.
Well,
there's a potential. Hold on. There's a potential third matchup of Philly and Dallas if we both made it to the NFC Championship game. You know how much I would love to beat every Dallas fan in that way. That'd be like a second Christmas to me.
Calvin said Oklahoma quarterback will miss bowl game for the second year in a row.
Okay, so Murray's not playing. Well, there goes their offense.
Game. How can you not play in it? I hope he hurt. I mean, I don't hope he's hurt.
Not hurt.
How can you not play?
He's not.
I think he's being like saying that he sucks or something.
Man, okay,
but okay,
you're in the national title possibilities.
Hey,
why are you
bro,
not playing?
There's no way I'm not playing.
Oh, man.
There's no way I'm not playing. But and we've kind of like you have just screwed over our season. We have to beat Cincinnati. Shouldn't be an issue.
Easy.
And then I will be cheering for. I'll probably this Sunday. I'm gonna tell you.
Oh, cow.
This Sunday, I am not wearing a Steeler jersey. This Sunday,
He's gonna wear his Cleveland Browns jersey.
My Cleveland Brown, Jim Brown jersey on Sunday because I am a Cleveland Browns fan on Sunday.
You better hope that you guys don't screw the pooch again this weekend like y'all did against the Saints.
If the big redhead was playing, I'd probably feel like there's a chance, because he kind of is good. Yeah, but he's not playing. I don't even know who their backup is. And we do a sports show.
Is it McCarron? No, he got traded. I don't remember.
I don't know.
I don't give a damn. I told you about my feelings with the Cincinnati Bengals earlier this year.
Yeah, so they suck. So
I kept picking them. They screwed me over.
So those are the opportunities. That's how we get in. If we win and Cleveland beats Baltimore, we win the North and we play at home for the wild card. Or if we win and Cleveland loses, if the Colts and the Titans tie, we get the wild card.
You better just hope that you win and Cleveland wins.
So
I don't see a tie coming out of Nashville.
It's all Cleveland.
I don't think ties coming out of Nashville.
I don't think there was a tie coming out of Nashville either. So, but I think the wife said something to me the other day. She thinks I don't think she was being funny about it. I think she was being accurate about her statement. How funny is it that at the beginning of the year, did anybody think that the Steelers would be maybe missing the playoffs and the Colts is like probably in?
Nope.
I know we didn't.
Nope. I had them at maybe 6 wins.
Maybe.
And that was a long maybe.
Maybe.
Yeah.
So cool. Congratulations to them. Peppers. He says Peppers. I don't have a Peppers jersey, but I have a Jim Brown jersey.
He does have a Jim Brown jersey.
Yeah, I do.
He does have a Jim Brown.
But Peppers is playing good the last couple games. All of Cleveland has.
I was going to say that's a team right there. That's a team in the making right there. It's a lot better than John Gruden's making of the Raiders.
Murray is sick.
Yeah.
He's sick. He can't get healthy in a week.
It's
what does he
Wednesday.
Got? What does he got?
Play
Mono?
Saturday.
Does he got mono?
Play Saturday.
Has he got meningitis? Hep C or something? What's he got?
Possible. I mean, I don't know.
I mean, this is national championship shit. Man, I'm playing.
Maybe
I'm snotting all on the ball and everything.
What if he has gonosyphilitis?
Gonosyphilitis? Well, fucking taking a shot in his ass. Keep it moving.
Maybe that's what he did. I don't know.
Yeah. But anyway. So there you have it.
Blame that on the Crown, folks.
Blame it on the Hennessy.
Blame it on the rain.
I'm not dressing up like Milli Vanilli next year. So there you have it, folks. Bowl special, Black and White Sports, live from the Shire. So we'll be coming back at you from our normal Wednesday night venue, the Stadium Tavern, 802 Southwest Street, downtown, south of downtown Indianapolis.
A block south and a block west of Lucas Oil Stadium.
All right. So come on down. It'll be our regular Wednesday night. So it's $4 beer and tots, or $4 burger and tots.
That's a hell of a combo, folks. Beer and tots.
Wrong bar.
Yeah.
So
you don't have to tip a $1 bill every time she comes.
No, and it's the day after New Year, so I'm sure a lot of y'all still won't be at work. Yeah. So once you come on down and join us, have a couple drinks, blow a couple things, we'll maybe hang a mistletoe, maybe sneak a kiss or something. Who knows? So put a kissing booth up for Dan.
What? What?
I don't know, but
no, I will not make out with you.
No.
This guy's over here. I'm trying to talk about sports. This guy's talking about making out. I don't get it.
ED.
Shut up, Dan. I get it.
Education. Low T.
Yes,
Great job.
That's what he's wrong. That's
No,
what's wrong with
Okay.
him. Come on
So
now.
we're done. We're done.
We're done.
done.
We're done.
We're done.
All right.
So we need to sign off.
Well, everybody, you can follow, like, share, subscribe, YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, SoundCloud, Apple Podcast, and Google Play at BW Sports 1, at BW Sports Damon, and at BW Sports Dan. Hit those buttons. And what do we do every week, Damon?
We keep it sporty, Indy.
And then we do.
Hit the damn button.
And then we hit the button.
That was really gay.
If I hit the button, hold on.
We hit the button.
I'm hitting the button. It ain't hitting
There's
the button.
only one
It ain't hitting the
button.
button. There it is.
It's the button.
And we're still on. Hey,
No. Hey, YouTube.
we're hitting the button.
Hit the button.